This just in from the NBA. Kevin Durant is giving the Nets an ultimatum. According to The Athletic, this past weekend, KD met with Mets owner Joe Tsai, reiterating that he does want to be traded from the Nets. However, he added on that he would consider staying if Tsai got rid of GM Sean Marks and head coach Steve Nash. KD saying that he doesn't believe in the current direction of the team. The meeting coming 1 year to the day when Kevin Durant agreed to a 4-year, $198 million contract extension with the Brooklyn Nets. Let's welcome an NBA champ, former coach of the year, Avery Johnson here. This is a little interesting, Avery, because he's saying, look, you know, we've seen some ultimatums before from players, but he's like, I want you to get rid of your GM and your coach. That's the only way I would consider staying. What's your reaction to hearing that?
Well, it's no real surprise. When you look at Kevin Durant, you go back to why did he want to be traded? Was it all based around, James Harden wanting to leave, Kyrie Irving, couldn't find a landing spot. He had to opt back into his contract because there was no takers. I've been saying all along that this has more to do with his teammates. This is a lack of confidence in the coaching staff and in the front office, because otherwise, if Kevin Durant had that type of confidence in the staff and the front office to go with this roster, he probably wouldn't have never requested a trade. So again, there's no surprise. This may be breaking news. This may be just in, but this is what we thought all along, that there was a 2-year sample size with Kevin Durant, with the front office, with the coaching staff, and obviously it's not something that he has a lot of confidence in based on the reports. So that's why he wants to find a new home.
Avery, I mean, if for some reason Joe Tsai did do this and got rid of Sean Marks and got rid of Steve Nash, I mean, with what you're saying here from Kevin Durant, the disbelief and the ownership, or not the ownership there, but the front office and his teammates, I mean, do you think he would actually stay if he said, okay, you know what, I'll get rid of them?
Well, the only thing I'm a little bit confused about is, based on previous reports, Kevin Durant was okay with the selection of Steve Nash as the coach. So is it that, you've had 2 years working with the coach and the staff and you just don't believe that they can get it done? So then, who are you going to hire next? Because then if you get rid of the coach and the GM, then starting with the coaching staff, then who's on Kevin Durant's radar? Because he was going to 100% make this decision. And if he makes that decision, what happens if it doesn't work out again? He's got 4 years left on his contract. So this is just a difficult spot right now for the Nets when you have an unhappy superstar that wants to be traded. And if he does stay, he's basically giving the team an ultimatum.
So on the other side of that, I mean, is this basically just forcing their hand where they have no choice but to trade him?
Well, I think he's giving them a door A and a door B. And right now, based on the information that we're getting, they're going to have to walk through one of those doors for Kevin Durant to be happy. I don't believe there is a door C.
So looking at those doors, let's look if he does get traded. It is mentioned the Celtics, the Raptors, the Heat are very significant candidates for Kevin Durant there. Many have wondered, Bill Ryder included, of course, who works for us. And you and him have worked very closely together, saying he's not sure Sean Marks will work with Kevin Durant in trying to find exactly where he wants to go. What do you think happens next with KD?
Well, I think Joe Tsai has a big decision to make. And I think the decision now is going to come sooner rather than later. So look for the next 3 to 5 days, or in some folks' world, we could say 3 to 5 business days maybe. And you'll figure out who's got the power. Because if he has to relieve his coach and his GM under these circumstances, then you got to get somebody in place that you can move forward with. If not, then look for Kevin Durant to have a new home sooner rather than later, whereas this is not going to go past the opening of training camp. Joe Tsai basically is on the clock.
Avery, really quickly, what percentage would you give Kevin Durant to be a Net at the beginning of next season?
I give him about a 25% chance to be a Net and a 75% chance find a new address, new home.
Avery Johnson, we appreciate it. As you mentioned, maybe things are heating up and we might have a decision a little bit sooner rather than later. We appreciate it. Of course, Kevin Durant, one of the hottest commodities in the NBA, maybe the hottest, not slowing down there, improving on some of his career average numbers there across the board. We'll find out the very latest very soon. Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.